Hi, Alberto. Hi, Max.
Hello,
Hi,
Greg,
Graham.
Hello.
and
Hi,
hello,
everybody.
everybody. Good afternoon. We're also waiting for some uh, American guys, so for them it will be good morning, but for us it's good afternoon. So thank you for being here. Let's just wait for a couple of seconds until everybody joins.
I can't hear anything at the moment.
Okay, here's a couple of so just hold on a second until everybody is able to join, and then we'll start. Okay.
Yeah, I can hear now.
Okay, so hello again. Good morning and good afternoon, according to where you are. Thank you for being here on this meeting. Um, why are we here? We're here because last November we had the same meeting in Milan. In that case, it was a physical meeting. It was a whole day and it was quite fun. So hopefully this year we'll be able to do the same thing either in Italy or somewhere else, maybe in the UK, who knows? And it will be easier for the international audience to join, but we felt it was important to give everybody the same opportunity. The Forma community has at least 6,000 members, and okay, it's difficult to meet them all unless um, um, we take a stadium or or an arena, and it's easier to do it online, even if it's less fun. So, the agenda of this meeting is, first of all, meet the Forma people, at least some of the Forma people, and above all, we'll tell you about all the product news, and we'll also tell you about our future roadmap. We have several things in store, so to say. I think some of you have had the chance to see the video that we enclosed to all our communications, and today we'll show you the prototype. Okay, Alberto is here with me. He'll be the one leading this conversation, and Francesca is also here with us. Um, some rules before we start. There's a chat, so you are free to ask questions in the chat whenever you want, and we'll try to answer at the end of each module, of each block. And we'll also have some for question and answers. We'll see if at the end of each module, at the end of the meeting, the quicker we are, and the more time we'll have for questions and answers. So let's move forward to the agenda. Even if I have already
Okay.
described it.
So, well, okay. First, the occasion to meet where we met in November was also to celebrate the first 10 years of Forma LMS, 2013 to 2023, 10 years with Forma. Because the first version of Forma was released back in November 2013, and then we did a lot of stuff, a lot of things, many things happened. So we take this occasion to point a little bit where we arrived, how we got here, and most important, where we are heading, which plans we have for the next future. Just a few figures to show the achievement of the Forma project. Over 30 releases, I guess they are 32 right now, just counting the major releases, not counting the beta, the candidate release, and so on, which means considering the acceleration we had in the development in the latest years, about 3 to 5 or 6 releases per year. A lot of work the partners are doing to keep this project alive and to follow all the participation we are receiving from the community. We reached the past year 100,000 downloads, 400,000 downloads worldwide now, from over 200 different countries. As Max said before, we have a community that is going over 6,000 users registered to the website and the forum. The website is receiving a lot of attention, with an average of 3,000 monthly visitors, which makes it a good window to show projects and case histories, it's a good window for Forma. In the past years, we also started an editorial activity writing about Forma features, best practices, use cases, trend and technology. We reached about 130 blog articles, and the community is giving us a great satisfaction on Capterra, where we received, I think now we are at about 160 reviews, so good numbers. The association also has an average of 50 to 70 members. These are very important for our business model to give sustainability to the project. Why? If we take a look at timeline of what all that we did in these 10 years, here are displayed only the main milestone. We see that this project had quite a dense and intense life to keep it continuously growing and getting better and better. In the beginning, in the first years, everything was based on the efforts, direct investment of the founder partners of the project. So the 4 companies, now 5 companies, were doing all by themselves to bring forward the project. In 2017, we founded the Forma Association, and this gave us some oxygen through the member fees that allowed us to pay for the servers, to pay for some promotion around the project, to register the brand, for the brand registration, and now that we're having a little budget, we're using it to support, to finance some core developments that cannot be directly paid by partners or by clients. Between 2018 and 2019, we added a new source, which was a crowdfunding. We launched a first crowdfunding that allowed us to the refactoring of the learning object management part of the application. So thanks to these donations, thanks to partially some still direct investment from the partner and some budget from the association, all of this mixed together allowed us to sustain the refactor of that core part of the application. This model, this mix, this business mix, sorry? Okay. Has been enforced again, having some companies sponsoring the development of specific features. This happened, for example, for the new dashboard, which was co-financed by Festo, the Festo Academy, and Forma altogether.
Join the meeting.
Also, there is another nice example with the H5P plugin, which was co-financed by XUM, which is one of our first association member, is the Finnish member of the association, and sustained by the association itself, and so on. This mix of funding sources is the baseline of the business model and the sustainability model of Forma LMS, and it's working. And let us reach the fourth release in the past year, fourth major release. Now we will work. We're working since this year to enforce this model, to allow for further growth and even a bigger jump forward for our project. We have a few news about the general project policies. The first is that finally the development repository for the community version, meaning the release that is available for free for everybody, is now available for developers on GitHub. We realigned the public repository a couple of months ago, and we are already receiving the first pull request. We hope that this will support and help us develop and make the product grow faster, thanks to new independent developers help us fixing bugs and develop new small features. And it seems to be working right now. Then, to help the association budget, we are not happy about this, but we had to raise a little bit the pricing for individual members from 90 to 180 euro per year, to allow for a little bit more budget to support core developments. This was also needed to fill the gap. There was a too big difference between the pricing for individual and companies, and we had some companies that were making business around Forma but still registering as individuals. At the same time, we are giving more value to company members. So for the same price, now company members will have access to some free plugins. One was released past year. It was H5P integration, but we added two more, and in a few minutes Max will give you an overview of the new plugins available for the company members. So the past year we released the Forma 4, the fourth version. Well, while we were releasing this new major version, we were already working and designing and thinking about the fifth version. So probably we didn't tell enough about this, which brings many new many innovations. So we won't go too much in detail, but it's worth spending a few words on the main news of the latest release before discussing and see what we are planning for the future. Well, first of all, on the code and database side, there are a lot of innovations. We finally filled the gap, the technological gap we accumulated since we forked the Cebo. And now the code part is aligned to the more modern and actual coding standards with PHP 8.1 compatibility, and we are reaching the latest 8.2. And a lot of work was made on the database, introducing a new technology named Doctrine that facilitates the developers to interact with the database, so it will be easier, and changes will be more stable and safe. And the database had an overall an overall optimization to improve performance and data consistency, and the minimum requirements is now raised up to 5.7. I know this is a little bit techy, but it's very important because now we can say that Forma is ready for bigger changes and innovation. So it's finally stable enough and mature enough to think of an architectural, deeper architectural change. We refactored two important core features. One is the installer and upgrader, which have been unified. Before they were separate functionalities. Now install and upgrade Forma will be easier, faster, and most important, safer. We expect less issues after the upgrades. And the user selector, that's the component that used in like 15 or 20 different points of the platform, wherever you need to list and select users to do anything, to subscribe them to a course, to assign them to a learning object, or to a specific menu item, all those kind of activities. The user selector has been rewritten from scratch, and this was required to let us now change all the features that are based on this feature, the general org chart, user management, course management. So now we finally can think of even bigger changes and improvements. But there are also a few new features aimed to the enterprise and multi-client installations. The domain management have been rewritten, and now it has a dedicated page is not anymore in the configuration, inside the general configuration. Thanks to this innovation, we were able to develop a new mail profile management, which means that finally it is possible for a different client based on the same installation to have different mail profile, sending emails as notifications, help desk, newsletter. So you will be able to have client one using client1.com as a domain with its specific template, and sending emails from helpdesk support platform at client1.com, while client2.com will use its own email and template and so on. So all the multi-client management has been highly improved by these changes. On the front end side, we did a apparently light restyling. So actually, there was inside the code part of the templates global reorganization of the color code, which means that personalizing your templates will be easier now. And also, most important, we again have a good accessibility standard to help us visually impaired to navigate, to browse the platform. These changes are applied only to the front end, to the student experience, and will let students navigate and use Forma through the keyboards. The screen readers will be able to read all the main elements, and also there is the possibility to have a different template with high contrast color. It needs to be enabled. It's not, but you can do this by the configuration of the platform. To support always the readability of the pages. We reached the AAA standard, which is, if I'm not wrong, the top level. Most of the national requirements are only for the AA, so Forma is now fully compliant, should be fully compliant with all the national requirements for accessibility, and this is another good point scored by the platform. And well, not just core improvements, but as we were saying before, there are a few plugins now available for community users, for company members. Max would like to give an overview. Max?
Yes, I'm here. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions so far? If you have questions, just write them in the chat. The three plugins Alberto was talking about are H5P. Some of you already know it, and some of you have actually financed it, so I'm sure you know it. LTI and Template that many of you, I think, already know. We can move to the next slide. Okay, H5P, for those of you who don't know it, it's a content editing tool. It's been pretty popular around the world in the last few years. And for that reason, one of the members of our association has asked us to develop an integration between H5P and Forma. Moodle already has it, so we needed to have the same integration as well. H5P has more than 50 types of interaction. So even if you don't have Articulate or iSpring or those kind of tools, you can do everything inside Forma. When I say inside, what I mean is that you don't need to set up your own H5P server and work there and so on. You can do everything from within Forma, and that it's free and reserved for company members. So that's one example of the added value that we give to company members. Not going to spend more time than this on H5P. It will be enough to say that just hold on a second. Sorry, go back for just 1 second, please. Okay, from the learning object management, you just click on new, just like with any other object, and then you have your choice of 15 different objects, each one with its example, with its tutorial, and so on. So if you cannot find it under your profile and you are a company member, just tell us because maybe it's not so well visible. But okay, it's for you company members. We can go on to the next one, which is templated. Many of you already know it. In short, templated is the plugin that allows you to customize your template and to easily duplicate it, create new templates, as many as you wish, and customize each one of them with the colors, with the logo, with the background image, and so on. Everything directly through the interface. Our direct customers already have it included in our services, but those who are just association members normally needed to purchase it from us. And from now on, it will be free for company members. That's also another example of value that we give. And it's ideal for the multi-customer and multi-organization installations, of course. But I'm sure that the ones among you that have this situation understand what I'm talking about. The last one, which is pretty new, is LTI, which is the next one, learning tools interoperability. What does it all mean? The next slide is a little bit confusing maybe, but it was done by an engineer, so that's normal. That's how engineers...
We don't have it. Okay. Let me finish it again. Okay. Remove it because it was too techy. But if you want to use it at your own risk.
What does it all mean? Means that if it's to help you protect your content and to help your partners protect their content. I always forget if we have the provider or customer integration.
No, we have the consumer, which means that with this technology, now you can launch from Forma learning objects that are in a provider in another are published and uploaded in another platform, which acts like a provider at all. So with the actual release, we are only consumer, but we are in the process of develop also the provider side. So this is a standard that will let you at the moment play learning objects that stays in another platform. So you can buy contents. Many content provider are using this standard, but with the next releases, you will be able to deliver and sell your contents through the same technology.
Yeah. So for the moment, what you can do is you can play learning objects, SCORM courses that are hosted somewhere else, and that's already an advantage. And if one of your customers also has Forma LMS and also is a company member, you can sell them your courses and they'll be able to play them even if they are hosted on your LMS. So you can protect your content, and you can tell your suppliers that their content is protected as well.
Yes, but to be clear, you don't need to have or to be Forma. You can play learning objects materials from any platform using this standard.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have any questions on these three items, on these three topics?
Okay, let's go back. Sorry.
Apparently not, so we can we can move on.
Yes, I think everybody wants to go on to the main news for this year. So what are we planning for Forma 5? I was saying before that with the fourth release, with Forma 4, we reached good maturity and stability level, and now we felt it was the moment to think of a bigger jump forward, a quantum leap. This will not just about refactoring or introducing some new feature, but we are rethinking a lot of the front end and many usage logics to give us a platform which is which can compete with most enterprise level competitors. We approached this adventure as a project. We asked the collaboration of a third party, of an external company specialized in UX and UI design and process design, which is named Pixel Crew. And we are going through three main steps. First, we submitted a questionnaire to a group of about 15 stakeholders, meaning companies that have been using Forma for years, with large installations. We're talking about like 40 installations with 120,000 subscribed users and several hundreds, if not thousands, of courses on. And we asked them what were their feelings about the platform. We took these informations together with our experience on the software, and we went through a design process with a methodology named Design Sprint. So we, together with a few clients, a few stakeholders, we did a collaborative and participative design and brainstorming process that allowed the Pixel Crew to prepare a prototype of what will be the new Forma layout and logics and workflows. What emerged from the questionnaire? So nothing new, but it's nice to have it pointed out, I guess. everybody to like Forma concerning effectiveness, talking about can I do what I need to do? Can I reach my training goals with Forma? The answer was mostly yes. The architecture and functionality are generally considered adequate and satisfactory. Answers were great. We're very proud of them. Excellent, easy to use, and with everything you need right from the basic version. Works very well. Does what you need by adding the right plugins. So it seems that we are not missing very important features. The architecture is okay, and the flexibility of the possibility to extend is seems to be very appreciated. We scored a little bit less when it comes to efficiency. I mean, how easy is to do what I need to do with this platform? Talking of the administration and general training management experience, yes, we know here we can do some improvements. Even if many of you consider Forma easier on the admin side than Moodle, and there is nothing to eliminate to simplify it, but we can do improvements. There are a few features that are redundant. We can add some facilitators. So we are projecting and designing some improvements years, but the point of weakness of our platform, and we know it, is the general user experience, mainly on the user and the teacher side. Here, even if many still like the platform, we need to make it more modern. We need to work on the UX, on the look and feel, and the usage performance that can be improved. Some of the people answering the questionnaire, someone gave a beautiful answer saying that it's a simple but not user-friendly platform. So it's easy to do, which means that it's easy if you know how to do things. The learning curve to adopt Forma and to use it is still too hard. So we can, and we are working. We worked in this direction for the to redesign and to rethink the workflows, the user workflows. So what were the design goals we put into this redesign project? Mobile first. Forma must be ready right from the out of the box for a good mobile usability, which means that it will work as well on desktop and computers, but having it designed first for mobile will help us reduce the development costs because we will need less hacks and adaptations to bring it from desktop to mobile. More modern and lightweight and sleek look and feel to compete with other platforms and to be aligned with with what our users, our students feel in other applications, even outside learning. So we must and we want to go in this direction. More intuitive user workflows and a strong focus on training and interactivity. This is just a screenshot. Then now I'll try to show you the prototype and to navigate a little bit through this, which is still a static prototype, but should work. Can you see this window? I think yes. So what new? As you can see, well, redesigned navigation, general navigation, side to be easier to navigate even from tablet and smartphones, but also unified navigation system between the front end and back end. Now the menu systems are different. If you navigate the front end and courses and so on, you have a kind of menu in the back end. As an administrator, you have a totally different kind of menu. This may be disappointing for new adopters, and we will unify it so front end and back end will have the same navigation logic. Moving the navigation aside and removing some not strategic elements are will give to the platform a lot more space for contents. This will be the home page. We will keep on the home page the dashboard logic, but we will make all this more nice and sleek and modern. We will introduce a global search where users expect it to be, while notifications and messages will be easier to find in the top right of the screen. For the home page, we are planning direct access, even direct access to certificate and badges. Probably we will introduce a badge concept over after the certificate that you already use. But the new dashboard widget to help. I'm sorry. This prototype is still in Italian. But we are planning to do a new webinar dedicated to this prototype in the next weeks or months, and we will translate it for foreign users. Anyway, I think it's easy to understand. A new widget that will show the user the most relevant course for its process. As an example, bringing him back to directly to the last course he visited, so he will be able to go inside the latest course he was taking to complete it directly from the home page and not going into the my courses page. We will add completion information on the box to let users understand right away their point of advance in the course. Something that have been required many times is the ability to rate courses. So we are planning to introduce this as a new feature, the course rating. A catalog widget to let users select courses or buy courses directly from the homepage, redesigned calendar, and so on. We are restyling with a similar logic also the My Courses page. We will introduce different layout styles. Now we have a grid layout system displaying the courses in columns. But if courses, if the users have just a few courses, maybe full screen, full width displaying, it will be more clear and easy to understand and to navigate. an important change will be we will not remove but reduce the space occupied by the filters. Now they are taking too much space, so the user needs to scroll a lot, having at the top the main menu, all the filters, the course status, and then the courses. Now the focus is on the courses, and at any moment it will be possible to open filter tab to filter courses, and we will add even more criteria to filters and select courses on this page, both on this page and on the catalog page. Going inside the course, a first innovation will be a course homepage. Consider it as a dashboard, as for the LMS dashboard on page, that will let you, without all the menu items that we have now, will let you display, show the users all the main information on a single page. Yes, the course title and category, but also your progress, your advancement level, and the ability to go directly straight away to the latest learning object you were following, if incomplete, or to the next one in line. So you won't need to scroll all the learning objects, but the student will be taken directly to the next material of the course. Also, important information as the closing date, the ability to, now is not available but yet, but we were discussing it in the past days. We will introduce a direct link to the certificate, to download the certificate from within the course for users that already completed the course, so it will be easier to find everything within the course as a student may expect it. Player will change. We are planning to have to develop a on-page player to play videos and scores directly on the page, while the list of learning objects and folders will be moved on the right. This is becoming a standard in learning applications, so we are aligning to this. Here we will add also relevant information about the learning object you are taking, and an important also this required many times on the forum and from the community, the possibility to not search the next learning object from the Terry list, but go directly to the next learning materials in list from below the video, the latest one you took. So here you will be able to, the user will be able to go directly to the next one, which will improve the learning experience, making it more smooth. There is a feature we are discussing because it has been required and it's present in different other platforms. that's the ability, probably not in this section of the page, but below, to mark, directly mark material as completed. This of course can be useful only if the learning material is non-mandatory to complete the course. But let's say that there is a presentation that is not mandatory, and the student already knows that that content, can just skip it and make it completed from here. So these are the main innovation for the students. At the moment, we are designing the teacher experience. We will be able to show you more within 1 or 2 months, when we will extend the prototype also for the administrator, for the course administrators. We will organize a new webinar to go deeply in detail of all this innovation. I know if we could discuss many of these features, such as okay, the course evaluation in page or not, but unfortunately time is limited and we have a lot of things to say. But as a recap, the main layout features and point of change will be a general design of the navigation unified with the backend, a more clear presentation of important information all over the platform, direct access to courses relevant to user, course rating, in general, more space for content and focus on contents and learning object, removing many layout elements that are now distracting the user. And on the My Courses page, we will have different listing styles, and we will show the course completion level together with the course rating and more. And inside the course, there will be a course dashboard page, a course home page, collecting all the informations about main features about the course. The ability to play learning object directly on the page, and a direct link to the next learning object. But then there are more details, but we will discuss them later. How do we plan to do all of this? Because there's a lot of work to create this Forma, and how long will it take to create the new Forma 5 in terms of effort, time, and resources? So, considering the business model, I described in the first slides, we are considering our actual development resources. We estimated about 400 days of development, but anyway, we think we can concentrate them and release by, well, September is too optimistic, but by before the end of the year, let's say November 2024, it's still possible. But of course, we will need some help from you. The total value for this effort, we estimated it in about 90,000 euro of value, split between the different sources we were discussing before. So we are planning this kind of distribution. Partners can cover almost 40% of the development themselves. The association can cover with the actual budget about 10% of the effort. So altogether, we can cover 50%, half of the effort to develop Forma 5. That's why we already started working on it. Our developers are we already created a branch, a development branch dedicated to the Forma 5, and we are working on it in parallel together with new releases of the of Forma 4. We are working on the back end now. At the same time, we are designing the front end. We will need to collect through a crowdfunding or a sponsorship about 45,000 euro. This to be in time and to complete the effort within 1 year, about 1 year. Otherwise, we cannot grant the release in these times, and we will see. That's why we launched a crowdfunding on the Forma website, and we asked all of you to give us some support. There are 3 ways to support us in making it real. Okay, the first is donating. Don't know about other countries. In Italy, donations are deductible fiscally at 30%. I guess any country has different fiscal laws, but it may be possible for everybody do a donation through the crowdfunding page of the website, and help us supporting this development, this new development. Otherwise, if not donating, just contact us, and we can just do an estimate, an invoice for the effort you can do for the chosen amount, and this will be considered a contribution, of course, and will help us go on and sustain the development process. Third, last but not least, consider also direct collaboration. If you have development skills, design skills, or you have time to spend on testing and or writing documentation, all of this kind of activities will be helpful and will help us bring this project to the finish the development and bring this project to the end and mark a new important milestone in this project life. It's challenging. We know that it's a lot of work, a huge challenge, what we are thinking, but it's not time anymore for small improvements. We want to do a quantum leap, jump forward to bring Forma at the same level of the biggest players in the sector. And we want to give you what you deserve, really deserve, for your training projects. Max, I don't know if you want to add anything or if we have any questions from the participants.
No, I don't have anything to add. So I would like to listen or to read the comments of our guests. First of all, do you like what you have seen? Do you like where we are heading? Silence.
I guess it's a yes on all sides.
Yeah, okay.
But
Graham says that it looks fantastic. That is what will happen. Of course, we need some help to make it happen on time. We will try to make it happen regardless, but the more help we get, the sooner will be able to meet these goals.
Yes. In November, when we presented the prototype alive, there was like 2 or 3 hours of discussion
Yeah.
with a lot of participation and engagement from the
Is, I would like this to be a little bit like that, or well, when you meet developers and you show them a prototype of some developments, it's like when you have engineers design slides, so they need to go into every tiny detail. And
anyway,
that's
we received a lot of appreciation from the participants. We're sorry, it's not possible to create the same kind of experience through a webinar, but we wanted to give you a brief overview of all the main point. Then really we are planning to organize more webinars in the next months, probably about the new plugins and again to go deeper in detail for the prototype and the new things we are designing and planning, and the development status of Forma 5.
Yeah.
I've got a question, which is probably easier to ask rather than type. On the player, in page player, I see now the shape has turned more square, if you like. If we're, as we're obviously all producing modules for mobiles don't go necessarily into that sort of square. You're going to lose more space.
I think I understand. Well, the SCORM that was used as an example was a very old SCORM. So it was 4/3 as a ratio. It was 16/9. So that's why. That's why.
The SCORM player will be and is a delicate part of the platform to restyle. An example, Forma manages multi-score learning objects. They are SCORM objects with an internal index of sub-SCORM and sub-chapters. We are studying how to implement this in the new interface, because we'd like to maintain this feature. Other platforms like Cornerstone, an example, they just got rid of this SCORM feature. So they are SCORM compliant, but they are not compliant with multi-score. So we are taking all these decisions in these weeks, in this period. And there will be a testing period for all the platform. We will ask you to participate and to help us test drive the new interface with your contents, maybe.
So okay. No, thank you.
This kind of experience.
Also, remember that on every SCORM object, you can always add the full screen button. Yeah. So whatever LMS you have below, then with the full screen, it becomes irrelevant, because with the full screen, all you see is the SCORM.
It'll pop out. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
You're welcome.
This week, in the weekly progress with the developers, we were discussing talking about a total refactoring of the SCORM player. One of our partners is already working on it, so probably the SCORM player will be one of the first components to be rewritten. And other things we are working on are the course paths, which will be refactored probably before Forma 5 or in the next Forma 4.1 probably. We are working on password security and password composition on the privacy side. So there is a lot of work going underneath the platform. So there's a lot of stuff we are working on, but Forma 5 is with this redesign of the global user experience our main project now, and that's what we are asking you to support us. Any other comment or question?
If no one else has got anything, there's one last thing I would just wanted to say, and it's not actually about this, but it may help some people in this. I don't know whether you got the same cybersecurity warning yesterday that we did, that advised that LinkedIn had a data breach yesterday. Yeah. So if you've got a LinkedIn account, we'd suggest you change your passwords in LinkedIn.
Sorry, we have someone. Could you, if you, those that are not speaking, could please turn off the microphones? I guess it's Maurice, maybe. Okay. Well, no, I didn't. I'm not aware of any.
Okay. Well,
yes, but we had we underwent several vulnerability assessment.
No, it's not that. It's not you guys. LinkedIn had a data breach yesterday. There was a data breach with LinkedIn. Adobe had a problem, and Twitter had a problem, which came out through us through a cybersecurity company we work with. So my suggestion was anyone who's got LinkedIn accounts, that you go in and change your passwords in LinkedIn, Adobe, and Twitter as well.
Okay.
But as I say, it's not on your platform there's a problem. This is just a general comment.
Okay.
Yes. Well, thank you, Graham. Yes, security is a very relevant theme and of discussion and work. Lately, it's becoming hotter and hotter. We are receiving daily notifications and requests for fixes and improvements. In the next releases, within a few weeks, there will be some minor vulnerability fixes. We also had to do some changes on our infrastructures, and now it's everything seems to be safe. But yes, in general, there is a lot of attention lately on this topic. And this is something that we are working on daily on a daily basis.
Before giving the microphone to Maurice, I wanted to add something on cybersecurity. Cybersecurity has two phases. One is the LMS itself, and we're actively working on it. The other one is the infrastructure. So the infrastructure depends on who runs the infrastructure. In our cloud, we run the infrastructure, so we know the measures that we take to ensure cybersecurity. If some of you run their own server, then they also need to take care of the cybersecurity there. But Maurice had a question, a feature question, so please go on and ask whatever you want.
Maurice, you need to enable the the microphone, sorry.
Even the Microsoft.
Even the Microsoft, if you want. Or if you have issues with a microphone, okay, try to write it in chat.
Yeah, he is in with 2 accounts. I don't know if he can speak. Yeah, microphone problems. So, okay, bye-bye, Giovanni. And Maurice, if you have issues with the microphone, just write.
Yes, or send us an email, because we running out of time.
Hi, bye-bye, Sarah, and will be your microphone, Maurice, if you can describe what you want to ask. Proxy in as a learner. Not sure I understand.
No, I don't understand what you mean, Maurice. Sorry, an LMS admin.
Okay, you can maybe
yes, send us an email and we will try to answer. Login. Okay, impersonification.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Know what you mean now. Yes, this is something that we discussed in the past. We are not working on it, but it's an interesting feature. It is possible. We just don't have the resources now to build it, to build this feature. But okay, this is something that you maybe you could sponsor if it's important. But yes, this is in our list, wish list of things that may be useful to develop.
Okay, then if it's extremely important for you, as you say, well, we can discuss about it. We see what we can do together, because at least for our customers, nobody has actually asked this feature. Another thing that I wanted to focus on are, please follow us on our social pages. At the beginning of the webinar, I pasted all the links to our social pages and to our main newsletters. So just if you do that, it will be much easier for us to reach out to you and for you to get the to get all the news and to be always up to date with what happens in the Forma world and in the Forma ecosystem.
Okay. So if we don't have any further question, we are already late, out of the time. So maybe we don't want to steal more time from your activities. And I'd say thank you, everybody. We will publish the recording of this webinar. And I don't know, maybe send you the slides, Max.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Okay, we're to end. See you next time.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Let's stop.